the update now is this, that I was talking to him about financial management of this test transaction. And I also made you the mandate for HNT World Limited. So we have an option because Sami is also in Los Angeles, and the owner of HNT World Limited, Mr. Sattar Hakim, is also in Los Angeles. So if you find it difficult to operate our account and set up our account in HSBC London, of our company HNT World Limited, then we can explore that option, exactly the same option, but now money will be, instead of money coming from HSBC London, if we cannot do it. I like HSBC London because everything is in London, right? James is in London, you are based in London.
Look, the thing is, it wasn't what it is. I had to go to an accountant to sort of see what they can do, because to set up a limited company is quite simple. But when you're coming from the type of accounts what you're looking for, it's like you can't use a bookkeeper. You need to use a proper accountant. So what it is, it's going to cost me, a bit of money to set this up, and it's money which I can't really, I've got kids and I've got responsibilities. So I was wondering, let me get the accountant on the line. Okay. And then he'll explain to you exactly. You can explain to him exactly what you want. I know what you want. But it's good for you to understand. Once we get on the line, then you can explain to him exactly what you need. He will tell you exactly what he can do. And then we could take it a step further.
Fine, sounds good.
And it is a good thing to open an account in the UK because it's one of the top financial centers in the world.
Correct.
You understand? So
why don't you put him online and let's talk to him?
That's going to be tomorrow, because also we want to get James online as well, because James got some very good news. He couldn't talk to you yesterday because it was an exhausting meeting with the manufacturer. And he's made life so easy for us. And he's got us a discount as well for the NGOs.
Wonderful.
So it's great news. It's really great news.
Fantastic.
So inshallah, what I'm going to do, I will arrange tomorrow a time for James and the accountant to come online, and we can all do a Zoom call and then take it to the next step. Because what I was saying to you yesterday regarding coming to London, the ideas what you've got are quite mind-blowing. And it's something where the manufacturers would want to sit down with you and go through what you have to propose, because they like the idea what you were saying. It was very interesting to them because they've never looked at it at that side. So you've brought a new perspective to their business. So that's the reason why we said to you, Mufaddil, would you be able to come to London? Do you understand?
I mean, that's perfectly, Karim, it's perfectly fine to do that. What I'm simply saying is this, most of the business, which we are doing, and all these developments which we have been happening now, it is happening because of the COVID-19 lockdowns and number of issues, because people have really, when they tried to travel, they entered into a lot of hassles. And in the COVID-19 time, it is the best place and the safest place for you to stay where you are now. No traveling, no movement, no nothing.
Well, I was going to go to. I was actually going to go to Turkey for a few days. I was going to travel, but then they said to me, once you come back, it's a 15-day lockdown.
I know.
And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So whatever business which we need to do with anybody, all of that can happen in this wonderful Zoom meeting room.
Yeah.
It's like one-to-one.
Before it slips my mind, how many charities was you looking to supply? That was something we asked Miriam last week. Can you give me a list of how many people?
Actually, now the situation is this, the new development, The new development is this, that since I was working on this Sierra Leone project, healthcare
Yeah.
project, for Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
I am now formally associated with Zandris Foundation. Okay.
Okay.
This foundation has a base in UK. They have
Yeah.
a base in USA,
Yeah.
and they have very, very good connectivity in Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are also based in Sierra Leone because they are doing the projects in Sierra Leone. The
Yeah.
foundation was established by a brother in Sierra Leone whose name is Ahmed. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a meeting exactly to discuss, the healthcare issues in Sierra Leone. And then when we were discussing the healthcare issues, this topic came up about, how to do it. What is the best way
Yeah.
of doing it? And I also recommended the same thing to them, that yes, we will set up our company, SAMS TQLMA Global, in Sierra Leone as a foreign direct investment company. And the benefit of
Yeah.
establishing the company is simply that we get the incentives like Startup New York program. Because, when you are doing business, you need to pay taxes. And
Yeah.
taxes are a huge burden on any business. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we can get this tax break for 10 years or 12 years, like they are offering us in New York, then that gives
Yeah.
us a good relief. Okay. And if
Who's
nobody,
Doctor, you know what? I was going to ask you, who's funding these projects anyway? Where is the finances coming from?
it's coming
Is it
from
coming?
me. It's coming from me.
Oh, you person?
Dr. Mufaddal Mirza.
Oh, mashallah. Okay.
Yeah, how it is coming? How it is coming? Because, I, like, you're a, gold broker, and you charge a certain amount of
Yeah.
commission and fees for your services. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
I am a consultant and a professor. Correct? And my
Yes.
charges are $1,000 an hour.
Yes.
When I provide the consultation services, I charge
Yeah.
$1,000 an hour. Now,
That's quite cheap.
it's cheap, but 1% of the population of the world can only afford me. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because they are all
Yeah.
millionaires and billionaires who can afford me. All right. And
Yeah.
for them, $1,000 an hour is very, very cheap. Like you said. Okay.
Mm.
Very cheap. Okay. So now, since 99% of the people were not able to afford my services, so I said, well, now I have done enough for the millionaires. Now I should do more for, ordinary people. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I developed this concept of offering my services to the residents of the planet at 1 PGC or 2 Canadian dollars per month. Unbeatable. Nobody can beat this offer.
How
Okay.
how many of those have you sold then? Those BGCs?
Yeah, 7. I mean, the total population is 7 billion. 2 billion.
What you've sold?
Yeah, 2 billion mothers are ready. They are ready. 2 billion Muslims are ready to sign on. Now, the issue is this. The why I was, since we know each other, Kareem, I was emphasizing to you, please set up the company with an account in HSBC London.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've requested that.
Yeah.
Right? Now, my problem is this, that when I talk about doing this kind of transactions, my account in Pakistan and the financial system in Pakistan doesn't support that.
Because
of number of issues, that.
Yeah.
Right? So now, what we wanted to do was this, that I wanted to set up an account in a financial capital of the world. One of the option is London. Okay.
Yeah.
The other option, which I like better than London, is Singapore.
Yep, definitely.
Singapore is neutral.
100%. Yeah.
100% neutral.
Yeah.
Okay?
I've been told that as well. Yeah.
So that was the the plan I was executing. That now, since I'm catering to the global clientele, okay, I need to set up my company and my account in Singapore. Okay, so this was the process I'm going through. Once I have an account established in Singapore or in London, then I won't have any problems in anybody transferring one PGC into that account. My account, okay, my account. This is my services I'm offering. And the other innovative services which I've, product which I've developed is this Gamba. Gamba in climate smart tayyab entrepreneurship is my invention. And I'm offering lifetime education from preschool to PhD for 5,300 PGC. Unbeatable. No academic institutions in the world can beat this offer. Do the Google, search out, find out the cheapest academic institution, and you have got kids and you have gone through the schooling yourself in UK, find out what was the expense from preschool to PhD education for anybody. It will be maybe 10 times more than what I'm offering now. So my product is unbeatable. Now
So
you look in.
What's the curriculum you're offering?
Curriculum is very simple. MBA, global executive MBA without banks and insurance companies, and that's it. In entrepreneurship. After graduating, and in 53 months, I'm guaranteeing this, in 53 months, you will become a million PGC business owner. No program in the world can make this offer. Why? Why? Because these students are going to be co-owning, operating, building and operating SAMS Wheel of Life farm schools in global farms and university campuses, serving climate smart food, which is now $7 trillion a year industry. No competition. I have zero competition.
How many people have you got working for you now, Doctor?
All engineers of the world are working for me. In Pakistan, I have got about 53,000 engineers working for me. Nobody has that kind of engineering staff in any company of the world.
And also, Doctor, with Miriam, is she still interested in doing this?
Of course, Miriam is part of the NGO. Why I needed the NGO? Because most of the funding which is available for my projects are offered by the government of Canada.
That's what I was asking you, but you said to me that you're paying for it, but it's not you directly.
I am paying for it because I am giving my money to Community Development Foundation, to Zendris, to all these people to finance the project. So I am behind the scene. It's my money.
MashaAllah.
I'm offering them, but I'm using the platform of Community Development Foundation over here in Pakistan, Zendris Foundation globally. Because Zendris Foundation is present in UK, USA, and Sierra Leone. So that actually helps me quite a bit.
Well, anyway, listen, inshallah, I'm going to set this up for tomorrow, James, and hopefully get the accountant on board so we can move forward because we're ready to move forward. They specifically called James in yesterday because it went on to lockdown today.
Okay.
So they wanted him in the offices ASAP. You understand?
Okay.
How simple it is that the person will have their own system. They'll log into it with our cage number, and they'll order whatever they need to order. If it's an NGO, they'll get discounted price. If it's a business, a corporate business, they'll get a separate price. It's very straightforward. There's no middlemen, no broker.
We know that, Kareem, and that is the reason now we have two NGOs. One is a local Pakistani NGO, and now we have an international NGO with us, Zendris Foundation, and I'm a director in that NGO now, in Zendris Foundation. So, that way we are covered. So now, to give you the good news, we don't need to really set up our account there in HSBC London anymore.
Okay.
Why? Because Zendris Foundation's UK partner already have an NGO account there, and they will be managing the finance.
So that means I don't need to set up the account then.
We don't need to. We don't need.
I don't even need to set up a company now.
No, we don't need to set up the account.
But do we still need to set up a company?
We do it for doing gold business.
Oh, it's a separate business we're talking about now.
Right? We are talking about, I'm in a gold business, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason I know you.
Yeah.
Correct? So now, in order for us to do that Robert Cohen's contract, you remember Robert Cohen, right?
Yeah. I haven't been told any pleasant stories about him, to be honest with you, Doctor. Someone who said it was quite negative about him when I spoke to him.
Actually, he is on the top of the scammers list. Okay. He's on the top. He's on the top of the scammers list. Yeah. Because 99% of the gold and diamond business people do not like him.
Why?
And his offer, why? Because his offer is 200 metric tons minimum. Google it, find out how many people in the world today has the capacity to buy 200 metric ton.
It's only governments, right?
Governments, exactly. Why I am involved? Because I am selling to the governments. I convinced Robert Cohen that I'm doing a project like this. Look at the COVID-19 budgets, of each government. I'm enhancing their budget by 10%. He loves my concept. He loved it. And that's why he said, Mufaddal, you have the capability to buy these things, That's it. So it's zero risk. No upfront payment, no nothing. He says, Mufaddal, show it to me in your HSBC London account that you have the capacity to buy 200 metric ton at a time. Okay. And then we do ledger to ledger in metal ore.
Oh.
No risk.
That's why you want me to set up this account?
Yeah, that is the reason I asked you to set up the account.
I didn't. This is the first time you explained it to me. I thought you was talking about the PP, set up an account for the PPE business.
PPE, it just came now, We have been talking about this, Kareem, for last maybe 2 years now,
Yeah. All right. I'll get onto it, brother.
Yeah, I'll get onto it. New. That is the reason I was saying. Actually, the money is in gold, my friend.
I know. I know.
Right?
I have a buyer in Hong Kong. Could be interested if you got gold in Hong Kong.
Sure. We have the gold in Hong Kong. Robert Cohen has a gold in Hong Kong.
What's his discounts though, Doctor?
6%.
That's gone down.
6%. That's it. That's what he's offering right from the beginning. And I'm offering that gold to 200 metric ton buyer at 5%.
You take 1% for yourself.
1% for myself. That's it. And the commission is extra, okay?
All right. Okay. I think he wants a bigger discount, but I can ask him.
I mean, actually, the people who are looking for a bigger discount, you should tell him, like Abu Rashid in Dubai tells people who are asking more discount, this is my way or the highway. Don't waste my time.
Yeah. All right, no problem. Well, anyway, we've got that covered. Let me set up a call tomorrow, inshallah, with the accountant and James.
Okay.
And we'll take it from there. Okay.
Sure, no problem. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Sounds
Doctor.
good. Sounds
all
good.
Right.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.